Hi. We're stupid. I'm like 12. That was actually probably closer to 8. But yeah.
I was turning you off and on to the music.
You were laughing too hard to see that I was turning you off and on to the music too. I think that's what makes it funnier.
Oh, God. We are not right on this show.
No, I don't think we've ever been.
So how are you this evening?
I'm okay. I am struggling with this cover.
What's wrong with the cover?
Nah, I'm just struggling with it. That's all. I need to make him pop out of the background without this here. He just blends right into the background. And you can't see him very well. So we've got to do something with that. But you actually probably want this one. There we go. Hi. So I got to do something with that. And I've got to get, now her eyebrows are all lined up with ship. And it's all just dinking with stuff. That's all. Irritating dinking with stuff.
Yep, I can see that.
That's all. It's just irritating dinking, as you might imagine. But yeah, he just blends in with the background now, so I gotta fuss with that. Why are there no comments in our stream?
Huh?
There are no comments in the comment stream. Usually it gives us the start from the prompt from out on Discord. I'm going to go check Discord real quick to make sure we're still alive. No, we've got the prompt out on Discord.
And I see it on my end where it says hello time.
Oh, I'll betcha that it said it, and then you turned me off and turned me on and turned me off and turned me on, and so it reset the on. I'll bet you that's what happened.
Because I'm like 4.
Right, because we have like the mental age of like 4. That's right. That's totally cool. As long as everything's running, I don't care. It's all good. As long as everything's running. Well, I'll do this part right now. Why too much? There goes the car. All we need now is the cup. And our night will be complete.
And our bingo card will be set.
Our bingo card will be full. watching Carbon Creek again today, which is the fourth episode of the second season of Star Trek Enterprise. It's a good episode. Just like that episode. One of my favorites. And looking up, in fact, kind of the reason why Jolene Blalock still doesn't play the part of T'Pol anymore, I find fascinating. She just decided to quit and become a mom and a wife. And then, but first, she married like a very rich mogul, so you know. That way, it's pretty sure that she's not going to ever come back, because you can't really draw her back out of retirement. Money. She's pretty self-employed now, or self wealthy. What am I looking for? The word now. Independently wealthy. So.
Or something like
yep. That. It's kind of a bummer because I like T'Pol as a character, and theoretically T'Pol could still be alive in the Strange New Worlds era, and that would be way cool. It's funny. I think I feel guilty about Enterprise because I was part of the fandom that was like, Enterprise sucks and we should get rid of it and it should be canceled. And then we all were like, oh yay, it's been canceled. And then like 3 weeks later went, wait a minute, what did we do? And now I watch it and it's not bad at all. I don't even know what I'm thinking. You know, it's like I watch it, I'm like, it's actually kind of fun. It's a fun romp. But I got all caught up in my Trekkiness. I would, every little error they made was completely unforgivable, which was ridiculous. But it's exactly the reason why I say I don't, any of those people who are talking about the new Trek being not good. I'm like, you guys really just need to grow up. Enjoy the new stories. They all have to be different. They can't be the same.
Oh, it's like the song Garden Party. If I had to sing memories, I'd rather drive a truck.
Yeah.
That was Ricky Nelson going after the fandom that only wants to hear what was good for, good times for them.
Mm-hmm.
And not hear the new stuff.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? That's okay. If you want to just enjoy the things that were your thing back in the day, Merry Christmas. Have a field day. But you can't trash it, You can't just go and trash the new stuff because it's not the old stuff. That's entitled. And the more I think about it, the more I think our entitlement problem is a big frickin' deal. Many of us are entitled. Heck, I was entitled. I believe that, we had a right to have the Star Trek we wanted or whatever. It doesn't even matter because I actually like the new Star Trek just fine. You know what I mean? Let it go. And once I let it go, the new Star Trek's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying all of it. Even the one that I'm not that into, which is Prodigy. I still enjoy it, It's still fun. It's, I don't know if I would watch it as often as I watch any of the others, but I still would watch it. It's it's still in a good rotation. I don't know. Grump, 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 grump. People make me mad.
I love how utterly bizarre this panel is.
Everyone, what?
I love how utterly bizarre this panel is.
Oh, yeah. Not you. That one. There we go.
Guest starring Justin Trudeau.
You mean the Canadian Prime Minister?
Yes, I shoved him into one of the characters.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I need another person back. Oh, he looks like he's gonna be one of these angry minor types.
Okay. Yeah, Canadians are getting uncharacteristically grumpy with him. I say that because Canadians are characteristically not grumpy. I find that fascinating. My God, man, what are you trying to do?
Huh?
I'm just talking about me putting lines in here.
Oh, you want lines? I can give you lines.
Are you doing cocaine? Don't do cocaine. It's bad for your kids.
I mean, if you're gonna be a buzzjoy about this,
Right.
or sorry, killjoy.
Killjoy was here.
Population too dang many.
Do these all line up still? Oh, they do. Oh, man. Hattie. Patsy. How are you this evening? No. Hey, Kat. How are you doing this evening? And they're both. Oh, we got Patsy and Kat online at the moment. Silence is too loud. Oof. I hate it when that happens. Doing well over here, Patsy. Nope, don't do that. Having some minor issues with this particular picture. Nothing major. Just a few little problems like there's not enough patterning to the clothing. So I'm introducing completely artificial patterning. Which I'm thinking I don't like after doing it. Like, no, nah, yeah. I like that. Yep. I have a fan that I run every night. Actually, for me, I have a combination of problems. I cannot. I get earworms all the time. Like a song will start. The song will be like the last song that's played here, and it will go over and over and over in my head, and it will not stop. And it just keeps going. And then I literally will go to sleep with it going over and over and over. And then I wake up with it still going over and over and over. Like my brain didn't stop thinking about the song all night long. So now I have a speaker that sits inside my pillow, and it's plugged into my tablet, and then my tablet plays Spotify all night long. And it's quiet, but just enough that I can hear it, and it'll shuffle up the music in my head. But generally, I leave a fan on all night long because I can't deal with it either. I can't deal with the silence. It's just too much.
Okay, I'm going to get into kind of a psychological thing with me. My brain actually interprets silence as a taste.
As a taste?
This is a real thing. Yeah.
Yep. It's synesthesia.
Yeah, it interprets it as a taste. So if it's too quiet, it actually feels it feels like I have something giant in my mouth. Like I can't explain how my brain is.
It's synesthesia. Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard of that. Sometimes I feel like I can slightly taste colors, but I don't know whether that's synesthesia or just red jelly beans have always tasted like cherry, and therefore red tastes like cherry. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I'm just using that as an example. So I am not 100% sure if that's what's going on. Okay, the lines were not a good idea. I am here to admit this. I admit it openly.
And I'm sure if I told my doctor about that, they'd probably like want to study my brain a little bit more so than what they already want to do.
I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. It just sounds like synesthesia to me. Which is pretty normal. Well, not normal, I guess I shouldn't say. Because that's not accurate. It's not normal. Did it start at a specific time in your life?
When I was a kid,
You know, do you remember a time when it didn't happen?
not really.
Yeah. You're well. You and I can be roommates then, because I can't stand silence either. It can't happen. All I do is get confused and irritated and grumpy. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A little roughness in his. Well, I could probably go the other direction. What would happen? Yeah, not that far. Well, that's even worse. We are not helping ourselves. This is not getting better. There we go. No, that just looks bad. It's going to be multiplied for nothing. This, no. This, that, or nothing. Yeah, I married somebody who really needs silence, and that's really difficult. We've settled on a compromise because it doesn't really set her off with a fan, so that works, but it is a compromise. But this new thing that I discovered, where I have the little speaker inside my pillow, it makes no noise about a foot away from my pillow, so she cannot hear anything, and it actually is great. It's like the first time that we've had first time that one of those little stupid Facebook ads actually did something right. Because it's brilliant. All right. That makes me feel better about his clothes. They look a little rougher. They don't look as smooth. Man, what are you doing besides being an absolute pest? What are you doing? Except sitting on my... Don't sit on my picture. Oh, my cat butt. It's on the picture. Oh, you're after Miller moth.
Because welcome to that time of year.
Yeah, it's Miller time.
It's Miller time.
It's Miller time.
Most obnoxious time of year here in Colorado.
You think he can find his way over here? Maybe? Here, let's make this easier for him. Computer, turn off warp core.
What is warp core?
There. Let's see if that makes it easier for this guy. Trying to make it easier for this guy to bug out, if you will. There we go. I think he went the other direction. That didn't help. Good night, cat. There's your other car.
Yep. Good night, cat. Hope you get pleasant sleeps.
See, this is what turning off all the lights in my office does. It's kind of wild.
It's very black.
It is. I'm hoping the moth will be attracted to the outside light. Or maybe even to my monitor here, which is all the light that's on in this room at this moment. But if you wanted to know, computer, turn on warp core. That's the warp core.
Ah.
Which is now all that's on in this room. But it does kind of look cool when it's all by itself. Mesmerizing. But the thought process is that he's stuck in here somewhere. There's a moth in here that George is after, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do here. But I can't seem to, he doesn't seem to, I don't know where the moth went. And now George is somewhere else, so. Computer, broadcast lights. I don't know. Guess at some point we'll figure out where he went. Oh, I missed Patsy's statement about starting up a blog. I think that's awesome. And somehow I need to do something like this, but not actually do something like this.
Okay. Well,
Maybe? Mm-hmm.
another truck.
Man, you got a lot of them going on today, don't you?
And I don't know why.
And like sit there and say, "What do you think this is? Main Street?" Yeah. Yeah, he's so distracted by Miller moths that he hasn't knocked over the cup yet, which is in and of itself rather weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we are just done. That would be really weird. But maybe we are. Maybe we're done.
What? Huh?
I'm wondering whether this is done. Maybe it's done. What are we thinking?
Looks good to me.
Yeah,
The
that's
pigs definitely make him stand out.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, is kind of get that kind of color. But I'm struggling with it. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm done. Maybe that's why I'm struggling with it. Maybe what I should do is flatten it down and send it off to Ron and see what Ron says.
Sure.
I mean, maybe this is just time for me to, I don't know. I'll do that. Who knows? Sometimes it just stops, Sometimes that's just the end of the run there. That's all. Who knew? Oh, I got an SEO proposal.
Huh?
an SEO proposal.
This morning?
Yeah. I mean, like, dear comma blank, hope you are doing well there. We will help them find you by putting you on the first page of Google top 3. Let me know if you are interested. Email us back to get a package action price list. Best or kind regards, Mubarak. And then a follow-up. Hi, hope you are doing well. Just wanted to check. Have you checked my previous email? Do let me know if you are interested in SEO service. Then I can send you our portfolio package company information and time frame. I have the best offer for you. Regards, comma, blank.
Love you, long time in mouth.
Right? I'm like, ooh, okay.
I mean, that even sounds like a scam.
Right? Well, it is a scam, but like, how do they get it? I don't know.
Yeah, but you'd think they would take the time to at least clean up their message so it didn't sound as scummy as it is. It's like, you know, I don't trust it, and why should I give you my money?
Right? When the next post right after it is from the Wand Company about their studio accurate tricorders, of which I desperately need. They've been trying to make studio accurate tricorders since 2016. That's when I joined their little like thing. The Wand Company is the company that uses that makes the phasers and things like that from.
Good night, Patsy.
Good night, Patsy. And they're making studio accurate tricorders. Just saying, I would totally buy one of those. It's probably going to cost $1 billion.
tapping away with Guy.
Yep. Well, I've got to write. It's writing to Ron, so we've got to do it all nice and be polite. All of the fluffy words. You have to say all the fluffy words, which is only said because I'm an ADDer and I don't say fluffy words because I'm horrible, and I say the wrong thing sometimes because I'm horrible. So
Yo, dog, I got your picks for you.
right? It's one of the reasons why I'm like, anytime I have irritated you or offended you, I would immediately go with, he probably said it wrong. Because the odds are very good that I did. It meant absolutely no harm, and yet still screwed it up somehow. The most irritating thing sometimes, I swear.
I do
All right.
like that he goes, I got some pickled eggs, just as everybody is like running out.
Yeah. All right. Clear of that task. No matter what, I'm still not coming back to it tonight. Because it's got to go out and wander around the universe. Which is good, because I think I need to look away from it for a little bit. I posted 2 things to Reddit today in an attempt to actually do the things.
And how are they perceived?
So far it looks like they're doing pretty well. Got 5 upvotes for my kitty wake picture, which turned out really nice. So I posted the kitty wake to r/starship porn. That seemed appropriate to me. And then I went to r/Mecca and posted the MPV. And that's been well received. And I'm doing like I'm supposed to. I'm put the thing up there, talk a little bit about it, and then at the bottom put the link to my comic, see if that shuffles some people. People like the clean lines of the MPV, which I agree. I like the clean lines of the MPV as well. No, haven't heard back from Antarctic Press. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't mean to say I'm not holding my breath, but I'm not holding.
I don't think either of us are really. We would like to see it happen, but we're also prepared for no as well. I think that's an accurate statement. You're awful quiet there.
Are you talking to David or me?
You.
Oh, I thought you were talking to David.
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, well,
in the line that we're both kind of we'd be happy if it happens, but we're also not holding our breath either.
Yeah, that's true. It is true.
And you know what? If it happens, it happens. If
It
it
does,
doesn't,
yeah.
it doesn't.
Happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I agree.
It doesn't change what I'm doing.
No, no, no. You said it right the first time. What you have to do.
Yeah.
Because I have to make this comic. That doesn't change. Nothing changes. I still have to make this comic. One other thing I have to do is move my laundry from the washer to the dryer.
Well, I can't help you there.
Well, what good are you?
Not very much.
Right? See, jeez. Yep. So I'm going to probably run away in just a minute and just go do that real quick. And then I'll come back up here. I mean, like now I'm like, my job for tonight was to do that cover. And I have just sent the cover off to be evaluated. And now I don't have anything to do. I mean, I do, but it's kind of one of those things that's like, do I really want to start this now? Or, you know, I'm like, man. So now I'm kind of like, what can I dink around with? It's like, first swap laundry over, but after swapping laundry, but what else can I just screw around with? Wonder if you could use a Christian cross in a non-religious way, like to indicate something non-religious, but because the icon is kind of
Well, you have to be careful with that
okay.
because you can, but then you also have to be careful that it doesn't look too much like the Red Cross and you're violating Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention.
I am dead serious.
I know you are. So, Chang worked in the morgue. That's a coffin. Classically, coffins tended to have the icon with a cross on it
Yes.
to indicate that it's a coffin. Would we still do that? And would you put that on there even though it's not? I mean, just to indicate the icon, she worked in the mortuary.
I think you're fine just the way you are without it.
Without it, okay. It still reads fine.
Yes.
Okay.
And like even that cross right there for medical is fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Alfie.
Hey, Alfie. But
I
yeah,
thought
you.
about this earlier today. I was like, I know that. I feel like she's done. We were talking about people doing jobs in gross jobs or bad jobs. If you have a meritocracy, nobody would want to do the terrible jobs. And I said, I think that's totally wrong. I don't think that would happen. I said, I think that what you'd end up with is you'd end up with people who do, in fact, do the gross jobs. And they get extra kudos, pats on the back, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's respectable that you did that job, you know, like working in a mortuary. You earn extra brownie points for it or whatever. So that was my argument. This is my wife and I arguing over this one. Anyway, yep. So I was just thinking.
Maybe it's not even extra brownie points. Maybe it's actually it adds to your resume even more so than something else. Like,
right.
You know, she potentially got her first command as captain because of the extra points that mortuary badge gave her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It gives you just that one little thing. Says that you were willing to do the crap jobs for people, which is a great shining star on your resume.
Well, but in this case, it would be for the command of a ship. You would have to know the weight of what you're commanding your staff to do.
Right. And perhaps she learned that somewhere. You know, hey, if you really want to be in charge of a ship, you need to take mortuary. So go work in a mortuary for a while.
Yeah.
For that very reason, you know. But what she did was she distinguished herself in it because she's got a stripe, which is distinguishedness, whatever that's called. Anyway, yeah, I just thought about it and I was like, because the whole argument about the meritocracy is that nobody would clean sewers and nobody would work in mortuaries and nobody would work, you know, in places. And I'm like, you know, people would because somebody's got to. You know what I mean? Like, if your sewers back up and nobody wants to work on it, then you go out there and fix your sewers. You know what I mean? Like, you just do it because you can't have backed up sewers, you know?
Yeah,
So
but you also give it the incentive of you do it because later on the job you really want might require it,
right.
you know?
Or it might give you an edge.
Yeah.
There's a zillion jobs that, but only there's only 5 jobs available and there's a zillion people that want it. You've got the right combination to give it the edge. I do love those mess dress uniforms, the formals. These formals are kind of cool. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I love all of the uniforms that I use. Gee, that's strange, guy. Oh, damn it. Hey, at least that's the right color.
Well, you're your egg, sir. And I better give Abe a jingle and let him know that he's going to need to patch some guys up. Who's Abe? Our doctor. You a betting man? Nope. I know Brig well enough not to take that bet.
Yep. Even Mr. Sunshine doesn't want to mess with that.
Oh no, it was Mr. Sunshine that was offering the bet, and he's like, "Nope, I'm not taking that." The bartender knows.
Oh, it's the bartender, huh?
Yeah, because this is her stomping ground. Like this is her where she lived.
Right. Okay. I'm just futzing around with this, but let's see if I can futz around with other things too.
I feel like I misspelled religion. I have not. Wow.
Okay, I'm putting off going downstairs and switching laundry for no reason whatsoever. I'll be back.
Okie dokie. Okay then. That was either a motorcycle or a beast that just consumed Guy. There is no in between.
All right.
Oh, it's good to know you survived.
I did. It was a long trek to the basement and back.
Well, no, I think there was some sort of vehicle or motorcycle that passed by, but it sounded like a growling beast.
I heard it too, but I was in the basement. This was a little unnerving. I'm just saying.
Yep. Actually, you know it'd be funnier for this line? He goes, "Yep, but I know Brig well enough not to take that bet."
Hmm.
See, even that got a chuckle out of you.
Mm-hmm. It's because I kind of like people who have to deal with Brig. Cracks me up usually.
Yeah,
Just in general.
because she's so caustic.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Fallens.
Hey, how's it going? Are we getting raided?
I don't think so. I think just a drop in.
How you doing tonight, Fallen?
Hey, Merrick. And Alfie's back. And so
Yep,
far,
we're getting raided. It's not too bad. Getting some art done. You know? I just finished the page here. Let's see if I can get this loaded up. And I am now sketching the next page. So, good.
uh-oh. I think you're
So
getting
for
spotty.
those of you who don't know, my name is Kayan. I am an artist, and this is Quack, which is the Quasar Art Collective. Over here is Guy. Right here, that's Guy. He's also an artist. I think you just, why don't you show them what you just finished up on?
Yeah, I'll show them that. Hang on just a second. I was working on one of my character designs here, which this is the contact sheet for my captain. And we were talking about the Unity, which is the world that my characters live in, is what's called a meritocracy. So this part right here is like the most important thing for each character, each person there, because it shows all their skills as they had them. And I was just talking about the fact that, well, I'm glad that's the case, Alfie. I was saying that she worked in a mortuary for a while. One of the discussions we've been having was that if you have a meritocracy with no money, then nobody would do the jobs that sucked. And what I was saying, and that Ken was agreeing with, is that you would have the jobs that sucked, and if you did those jobs, then you would get bonuses later on other jobs because people would look at that and go, "Oh man, you did the really bad, crappy jobs for a while. Good job, man. Thank you." And be part of the culture.
Yeah. It would be the difference between getting something that you wouldn't normally have gotten and not getting it.
Right. And then this is my first officer.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And this is my pilot. These are my three mains in my story.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
And the pilot, Mayrel, has wings. These are her wings because she's a pilot. Yes, she's got gray hair in the front. And this 3.92. Oh, wow, we're up to 16.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So it's amazing. So this 3.92 is her speed rating as a pilot. That's what I was working on. So anyway, that's where I am. And where are you?
So currently I am on page 21 of 34 pages for this issue. So we're getting right, like this is the page right before a major brawl breaks out in the bunker where Brig is normally stationed at, and the character in the hat has just basically incited a riot. So
sweet. So there you go. You can find our comics if you're interested right here. These are on globalcomics.com, which for some reason I did not put on this thing, and I should have. And in fact, I will go fix that now. And we routinely stream at this time all around the world. Find the time zone that you find best. So we are what we call it's an accountability podcast, accountability stream. But really, what it is that neurodivergent people tend to work better when they are sitting next to people who are working. So the kind of the concept that we're working on here is that we're just working, and you can join us and sit, virtually sit next to us and do your work while we broadcast. So you're welcome to join us and just stay here with us, and we'll do work, and you can join along as well. Where's I going? Oh, I was going to fix the thing. I'm going to fix that advertising screen. I need Arial Black for that, though.
how did your stream go, Fallen?
I think that's a great thing to do, Alfie. I made this extra hard and difficult to do. I really wish it wasn't so. I wish I could reorder these. I don't know. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Not like I can move them. Don't fail, Art Alfie. There we go. That's easier to read. What are your strengths, Alfie? What do you like to do? Alfie's banned from fine liners. Alfie, I think that the whole point of that was that you would stretch out, push yourself. It's like when they were making me work with charcoals, but I hated the texture of the charcoals on my fingers, and I hated pastels because I'm neurodivergent, and so touch is a problem. And so as a neurodivergent person, I hated the feeling of the chalk on my fingers. I really had a problem with that. Charcoals are horrible. So, but yeah. But that's, it was useful to learn how to use them. And then it was useful to do something with them. And then it was useful to be able to put them away and say, I will never touch these things again. But I had to do.
But you learned a lot about them.
Yep. Yep. All right.
I'm so glad that this section with Sunshine is almost done.
Did you ever see my Ivy frame where I was working with my character? So I had this where, so that while I was playing her, the guy, we had a guest in our game, and we were playing online. So it was like, "What does your character look like?" And I went, so it was like, "That's what she looks like."
What was his reaction to that?
It was a moment of what? Oh, because everybody else had to describe their character, but of course I painted my character. I mean, like, why wouldn't I? Originally, it was the Butts Ivy, though. That's the other Ivy, but this is Dark Ivy because Dark Ivy needs to be. We're in the Underdark now, and it's an unpleasant place to be. But she's trying to hide. It's It's not goat Gamora, it's Ivy.
Okay. That page is sketched. Sadly, I'm probably the only one here that if ever I decided to just unleash my full speed, I could probably keep up with an AI.
Yeah, maybe.
And even then, I'd be kind of slow.
Mm-hmm. Experience bugs. How about I don't? You know what? I've never had a teacher get upset with me for too many things. That's a sad thing. Fellow buddy or fellow Trekkie. His son got killed in an accident today. And the kid was like 10 or something.
Oof.
And it just kills me. I was even talking to my kid today. I was like, I don't know what I would do if I lost him, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would break me pretty good for a while. I'd be out of commission. To which my kid said, I'd be out of commission too. I'm like, you're a smart aleck. But you're not wrong.
I mean,
To which the smart aleck kid, whom we love, because he's a goofball.
with all of our hearts. Through gritted teeth.
Yep. He's not wrong. It is sad. It's hard being a parent. Not an easy job. Oh, yes. Oh.
What happened?
Somebody on Star Trek Wholesome posted a picture of their model of the Enterprise D, and they're working on it, and so they painted it, and they painted the phaser strips, and so they said, "It's Tuesday. I installed the phasers," and I'm like, "There you go. You win. That's beautiful." That's a reference to Star Trek Generations, which the Enterprise B apparently had everything that was going to be installed next Tuesday. So it was missing phasers, it didn't have a tractor beam, it was only going to go out on a routine run. But it's become one of the longest running jokes. See you later, Alfie. Good luck with that 10-page short story.
Yes.
We'll see you on the flip side. 5 minutes remain.
Wow, already?
Mhm.
Woof. Where does the time go? So I have to do some writing a little bit for tomorrow. And the reason being is I need to actually. So I need to work on a couple of things, and I think for issue 6 or even another issue, I need to put in and have the bad guy actually kind of reveal their intentions.
I agree.
I was kind of wondering if I should, because I have to redo issue 2, but I'm wondering if I should do an issue in between issue 2.
Yeah, maybe.
And it would allow some confrontations to build up, and it would add a little bit more drama to this, which I think is a good thing.
I will agree. Oh, I have made a tactical error.
Oh,
I hit right mouse click and said open with Adobe Photoshop. I meant to say Clip Studio Paint, which is already running. So now we've got to load Photoshop and Creative Cloud and all of the other crap that's involved. And it's all going to just be this huge, massive everything being sucked down. One little mistake.
it's the worst hat ever. Well, it is after midnight.
Yep,
After
we're gonna let it all
midnight.
hang out because that's what we're supposed to do. All right, I'll see you in the morning then.
Yes.
Good night, my friends. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Again, we'll be back on again on the morning, and we will keep broadcasting throughout the week and through to next week. Thank you again for joining us. And as always, everybody keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.
Bye.